beautiful entrance incoming, folks. Maybe the greatest flyover in American history. Buckle up, Crying Chuck.
What the fuck? Is that a fighter jet? No. Why is he descending on the fairway? The Senate didn't approve of this. God help me.
What an entrance. Nobody does it like me, folks. And I mean nobody. I'm happy to announce the end of the Schumer shutdown.
Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. We Democrats wanted to open the government right away.
Nonsense? Chuck, you people had the beautiful government shut longer than Sleepy Joe's nap schedule. 43 days, Chuck. 43.
You liar. You act like this is all some big joke. And after what you did to me...
Chuck, what the hell are you talking about?
You hit me in the face with a golf ball last time I was here, Donald.
Wrong.
Bullshit. You swung it like some ego-driven maniac.
Wrong again, Chuck. Your memory is shot. It's so sad. Someone must have really rattled that little brain of yours. What a disaster.
Well, what do you mean?
Are you a stupid person? Your own former leader, crazy Nancy Pelosi, she swung that club like she was trying to insider trade the golf ball into a better district, and boom, right in your face. Can you believe it?
That doesn't sound right. We Democrats would never...
Play the tape, folks. There she is, your brave, fearless leader, smacking you, really smacking you so hard your glasses went flying. So sad.
Wow, I don't even know what to say.
You know what, Chuck? I didn't think you could get any more stupid. But here we are. Quite frankly, you can't afford any more blows to the head, believe me.
This is utterly appalling. Utterly.
So that's why you challenged me, right, Chuck? Because crazy Nancy couldn't get it done?
Well, indeed, yes. I had to take a stand against you because you're a threat to democracy.
That's exactly what you said, Shermy. Looks like you came back to embarrass yourself in HD. Great decision, Chuck. Tremendous decision. Boom. Hey, just remember, Chuck, your tantrum caused the longest shutdown the country has ever seen.
The people are suffering, Donnie. Real pain.
The people, they see it. They see what you did. Holding the country hostage. Can you believe it? Just for your crazy partisan demands?
Nonsense.
Farther than your polling, but not by much. Not by much. That's how it's done, Chucky.
Don't call me Chucky, Donald.
All right. Get in, Schumer.
Absolutely not. I'd rather walk than be in the passenger seat of a vehicle controlled under your tyranny.
Walk? Go ahead, Chuck. Suit yourself. Be my guest. Unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. Well, while Crying Chuck's going for a walk, which is sad, you folks need to click that follow button. We love the Baby News Network. Unlike the failing CNN, they actually have great ratings, tremendous people watching. Join the movement, folks. We're going to keep winning and teach Crying Chuck another lesson, a beautiful lesson.
This is an act of cruelty. We Democrats tried to make sure the government opened quickly.
But you dragged it. That's why history will call it the Schumer shutdown.
But you got rid of Obamacare. You caused a health care crisis and you don't seem to care.
Obamacare, please. That thing was a disaster to begin with. I didn't cause a crisis. I just pointed at the mess you guys swept under the rug. And quite frankly, I said, look, folks, it's garbage. And everyone agrees it's garbage.
Hey, boys, what would you like to drink today?
What the hell? Nancy Pelosi? Is that you?
Sorry, Chucky. I like it over here. Being out of that echo chamber feels amazing.
We'll both take a Diet Coke. Beautiful Diet Cokes.
Okay, play hard, boys.
I'm working on getting her to be my broker. And believe me, she's going to be a great one.
This is awful. Utterly awful. She abandoned us.
Wrong. She abandoned you. Big difference. It's okay, Chuck. You just need more time. Everyone eventually starts to love me.
Do you hear that? What is that?
It's coming from the cooler. Probably a Diet Coke.
Should we open it? I'm scared.
Enough crying, Chuck. What are you, a baby? I opened the government back up. I guess I'll open the cooler too. It's what the people would want.
What? Leader Jeffers, is that you?
Schumer, why did you stuff him in there? He's making all the Diet Cokes warm. Unbelievable.
I did not. I didn't put him there. This is outrageous. Take the duct tape off his mouth.
Only Trump standing in the way, huh? Meanwhile, you put your own leader in a cooler prison. Incredible.
Okay, give me the duct tape. He's starting to annoy me again.
Boom. The Schumer shutdown ends with a hole in one. Tremendous victory.
You're such a cheater. This is bullshit, utter bullshit.
Cheater? Chuck, you're a loser. The only thing I'm guilty of is being fantastic and the best at golf. You wouldn't know because you're always whining at the ball instead of hitting it. Pathetic.
You are disgusting, a vile human being. You are a horrible leader and a threat to democracy.
Quiet. Well, listen up, folks. If today proves one thing, a big thing, it's that winning follows me like crying Chuck, who's a loser, follows bad, and I mean really bad decisions. So sad. The Schumer shutdown is over, and I'm still golf champion. MAGA wins again.
Meet Niles Kinnerk. He's the owner of
Good evening and welcome everyone to the chat. I will be back in a few minutes. I'm still just now setting up. It's going to be a Jackrabbit start, but we're going to watch this latest out of Baby News Network. This is Melania and Baby Trump's date.
Beautiful night, folks. Tremendous night. People told me, sir, you work too hard. You're too dedicated. You never stop. And that's true. Very true. But I said, you know what? Melania deserves a night out because nobody loves their wife as much as I do. Nobody. So here we are. Fanciest restaurant in the country. Best table. Best view. And I'm very confident this will be the greatest date night in the history of date nights. It's going to be bigger, better, and stronger than ever before.
Donald, you say this every time we leave the house, even for the dentist.
Because it's true every time, Melania. Every single time. The dentist was a beautiful evening, by the way. Very underrated date spot. People should try it.
How we doing tonight, folks? Welcome to, hang on. What's this place called again? Jill had it written down for me somewhere. I had a card. It was in my pocket. Now it's not in my pocket. Could be in the kitchen. Could be in Delaware. Either way, you're here, I'm here. That's the important part, Jack.
Well, this is not a good start, Melania. Not a good start at all.
Is this the waiter?
I'm your food fella, your dining associate. Man, come on. Let me take your order before I forget what I'm doing, which hasn't happened yet, by the way.
It's already happening, Joe. I can see it in your eyes. Half the lights are on. Very dim situation. Okay, Joe, let's keep this very simple. I want the best steak in the building. Well done with ketchup. Tremendous ketchup. And maybe a little extra ketchup on the side. In case we run into a ketchup emergency, which happens more often than people think, actually.
Steak is well done. And extra mustard. No, I mean ketchup. Okay. And for the missus, the foreign policy?
You mean First Lady? I will have the salmon, lightly seasoned, not cooked like shoe, Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, salmon. Right. Not the shoes. They're different, man. Very different. I used to have a pair of salmon. Oh, wait, that was a sandwich. Anyway, anything else?
Are you going to write it down or what?
I did, in my head. That's how we did it back in Scranton. No paper, no pens, just up here in the noggin. All right, I'll be back in a time or some amount of time. Could be quick, could be a while. I don't make promises I can't remember, man. Come on.
You see this? You see this, Melania? This is why we say Sleepy Joe. He takes an order and needs a GPS to find the kitchen. Extremely low IQ service. I've gotten better service at a DEI workshop, and I've never even been to one.
Darling, please. He is doing his best, unfortunately.
Now this is romance. Nothing says love like a beautiful Big Mac. The most romantic sandwich ever created, probably.
I thought he ordered a steak.
Donald? Did you seriously bring McDonald's to our date at a fancy restaurant?
Oh, you heard that? No. Totally fake, sweetheart. Fake news from the Democrat dining table. But I didn't bring McDonald's. That would be crazy. Deranged, actually. And I'm not deranged. I'm very stable. Everybody knows that, believe me.
I just watched you take a bite. It is in your hand right now. I am looking at it.
This? No. This is an experimental appetizer. It's very elite. Farm to table. Chef special. People are saying it's incredible. I just got off the phone with the chef, actually. And he said, sir, this is my finest work.
It has a giant yellow M on the box, Donald. That's McDonald's.
That stands for Melania. They made it in your honor. See? Very romantic. I'm very romantic. Nobody loves their wife enough to get a sandwich named after him. But I do, because I'm a charmer, quite frankly.
You are just gaslighting me with a cheeseburger.
I would never gaslight you with a cheeseburger. If anything, I gaslight you with a double cheeseburger. It's much classier that way.
It is good, actually. But I'm still mad at you.
She likes it. She's mad, but she likes it. That's our whole marriage, folks. And it works, believe me.
You know why I am really mad, Donald? It is not only the damn burger.
Oh, no. Here we go.
You forgot Valentine's Day. Again.
Again, incorrect. Totally incorrect. I did not forget Valentine's.
Abraham Lincoln
Oi.
united a nation that was deeply divided. He gave his life as
Day. I rescheduled it. Very different things. One is forgetting, and the other is executive decision making. And I made an executive order. I mean, decision.
What? You cannot move Valentine's Day, Donald.
I'm the president. I move embassies. I move holidays. I move the entire Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of America. Moving Valentine's Day is nothing. Very easy, actually. I said, we'll celebrate when the timing is better. And here we are.
I waited. There was no flowers, no chocolate. Only you on the television doing another rally and that YMCA dance.
Well, a rally is like 50,000 people saying they love me. That love bounces off them, comes back, and lands on you. It's shared love, Melania. And half the time, the crowds are basically saying they love you too. So it's love by extension. I told you I'm very romantic, okay?
I do not want shared love. I want chocolate. One box for me and from you.
Okay, we can fix this. I do deals. I fix disasters, natural disasters, political disasters, emotional disasters. I handle all of them. And I'm very confident I can handle this one. So I'm calling reinforcements. Okay, bathroom break. John, it's me, your favorite president. Look, I don't have much time. Please get over here. Fancy restaurant, extremely low IQ waiter. And the wife is mad about Valentine's Day, even though I can just move it around. But I need you in disguise. You're the new waiter.
But, Mr. President, I don't even know if I...
Senator, don't ask questions. Just get over here. Hurry.
Lord have mercy. One phone call and I'm leaving my popcorn and the most recent episode of the Baby News Network to go play dress up at a 5-star restaurant for the president. My mama warned me about Washington, but she did not warn me about this.
Hey, you nugget, that's the table 4.
Come on, man, I'm table 4. We're all table 4. That's the beauty of America, Jack.
Good evening, folks. My name is Jean-Luc Spaghetti. I'll be taking care of y'all this fine evening.
Senator Kennedy, it's you. I can hear Louisiana through your fake Italian.
Well, smack my grits and call me compromised. How'd you figure it out? I thought the stash sealed the deal.
John, the voice gave you away, and the smack my grits gave you away, and the fact that you look exactly like yourself with a mustache taped to your face gave you away. But you're here, and that's what matters. Very loyal. Nobody loves showing up as much as John Kennedy does.
Mr. President, I came as fast as I could. I saw Biden sleeping in the bread rolls on my way in and figured y'all needed adult supervision.
Very true. Mission is simple, John. Maximum romance, impress the First Lady, undo the Valentine's Day disaster. Low margin for error, but I know you're from Congress, so we'll see how it goes.
Ma'am, far as I'm concerned, any woman who can put up with this man deserves a medal, a parade, and a chocolate fountain the size of the Lincoln Memorial.
Finally, someone who understands me.
Careful, John. You're getting very close to treason. I know treason very well. This is close, very close.
Mr. President, I've watched you fight CNN, the deep state, 2 impeachments, and 2 scoops of ice cream at midnight. But if you forget Valentine's Day one more time, that'll be the one battle you don't walk away from. And I say that with love and fear, mostly fear.
Look, Melania, he's right. Maybe, possibly. I get busy saving the country, making deals, keeping the Gulf of America hurricane-free, fighting windmills, which are, by the way, killing the birds, very time-consuming. But I am romantic in my own way,
Don Quixote.
a very unique, very powerful way that most people don't understand because they've never been this important.
Good Lord.
Suffer as I have suffered.
Show me. Don't just say.
Compliments of the chef and the guy who told the chef he'd be fired if it wasn't perfect.
Yeah, the
See?
chocolate White House,
White House
is pretty
cake.
good too.
With M for Melania, could have been T for Trump. Very tempting, but I said no. Tonight it's about her. Tremendous sacrifice. Probably the most selfless thing I've ever done.
You are calling not putting your own initial on a cake selfless?
For me, yes. That's enormous, Melania. You don't understand the restraint involved.
It is ridiculous and sweet, like you. Mostly ridiculous.
By the way, we got to talk about your documentary. Melania, The numbers are huge. The biggest numbers for a First Lady project since ever. Everybody's watching it. I just got off the phone with the streaming people and they said, sir, it's breaking records. And I said, I know, because she's my wife. Of course it's breaking records.
You actually watched it?
The whole thing. No skipping. I even watched the credits. I saw the part where you talked about coming to America, the fashion, the charity work. Tremendous story. So inspiring. And I'm sitting there on the couch thinking, wow, I made a very good deal marrying this one.
You mean falling in love with this one?
Same thing. And it was the best deal I ever made. And I've made legendary deals, deals that changed the world. But this one, top of the list. I'm a total winner.
Did you like the part about raising our son, Baron?
Beautiful part, the best part, actually. I might have shed one tiny, very manly, very strong tear, a powerful tear, not a weak liberal tear, but it was a tremendous American tear that rolled down my face with confidence. And I wiped it away very quickly before anyone even saw.
Well, I'll be. We got ourselves a hallmark moment in the middle of a catastrophe. That's America right there, folks.
Did anybody order lasagna ice cream? No?
Lasagna
someone
ice
did.
cream.
I ate it. Come on, man. It was just sitting there. It was calling my name. It said Joe, and I answered. That's called leadership, Jack.
Joe, you're fired from the waiter job, from the kitchen, from being near food in general. You've eaten more than you've served. This whole thing's a disaster.
That's malarkey, man. I was crushing it in there. The chef loves me. We bonded, I think. He was yelling, but in a loving way.
That man clocks out wherever he lands, doesn't he? Like a possum on a porch swing.
Look, Melania, bad waiter, sneaky burger, rescheduled Valentine's Day. I understand the evening had some challenges, but we also had cake, a documentary screening, and you looking very, very beautiful, probably the most beautiful you've ever looked. And the bar was already very high. So I'm calling this date night a tremendous success.
It was chaotic. It was loud. It was completely insane. It was us. I suppose it was a good date.
See, romantic, very romantic. People are going to talk about this for years. Biggest date night in presidential history, believe me. Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
As your undercover waiter, I officially declare this mission accomplished. The mustache stays on, though. I'm starting to like it.
Remember, folks, take your first lady on a date. Don't let Sleepy Joe serve the food. And if all else fails, bring cake. Tremendous cake. And subscribe to the Baby News Network because your favorite president demands it. God bless America, and God bless Melania for putting up with all of this.
Wow, those guys have just way too much time on their hands. Just unbelievable, funny stuff. We got to try to figure out a way to get those guys. How do they do that? Those voices are so spot on, most of them. They must have some sort of sampler that they're sampling these people's voices over the internet and making AI intelligent squawk boxes or something. It's just unbelievably funny. So very good. Excellent attempt from that. Was just a few weeks ago. They haven't been putting out a lot. Every couple of weeks, it seems that they're doing stuff, unfortunately. So it's not every week. But what they do put out, it definitely takes time. They take their time with it. It is funny. And for the most part, like I said, all the voices are spot on. The faces are spot on. Some of them are kind of hard to pinpoint until they talk or they say their name. But oh my God, my eyes are almost tearing. That was so funny. So how is everyone doing this evening? I do think we have a poll tonight. Yeah, let me see if I can get this going. And this is a new feature that is on StreamYard, and I don't know if everybody can see that, but if you can, start answering. One of the things that they've been squawking about is the Strait of Hormuz is open, and I don't think it's really affected anything. They said the gas prices have gone down immediately since this announcement. But what I've seen is that the Dow, the NASDAQ, and all those numbers games, they all went up. They all closed in the green or the black, if you will. But my gas went up this week from 389 to 409. And Sean has just gotten home from work. He'll be out here on the second hour. His gas went up to, I think he said 459. So he went up from like 399. He went up almost 60 cents. And we went up about, let's see, 89 to 4, about 20 cents, 30 cents, something like that. So that's not a good sign so far. I'm not liking it. And you're not showing the poll. Okay, so maybe y'all have, I don't know, maybe you have to be on StreamYard. I don't know. It's a new feature that they just, can you see it on the screen though? Like on the live feed screen? If not, I'll take it down because it's showing here on my side. Let me see if I can, I'll go to YouTube and see what I see there. Oh, Cutlery Corner. I'd love to go and see that, but I need to find something else. Usually we come right up on that. Where are my subs? There we go. Yeah, it shows on the screen, but you can't access it really. Not in the comments. That's weird. So maybe I don't know how to. Like I said, they just put this up. I just found it like last night, and it's got that, and it has a way to put a QR code up, which I guess to put information out, but I don't have QR codes. But I can change where it goes. Isn't that cool? So I don't know how to work it. Unfortunately, it's a brand new feature. But is that an up or down, Heidi? Yay, Sean. Heidi, did it go up or go down from it to 382? Hello? Did you get teleported back into the past again, Heidi? It's looking that way. About the same. So it hasn't gone up or down. So that's no change. Those are the three choices I put on the polls: one up, two for down, or no change at all. So somebody got no change on there. I don't know how. Who voted no change? Is that you, Heidi? Let me see something here. Did that change the poll any?
Hey,
yeah.
Chair.
Okay. So you just answer in the chat either up, down, or no change, and it'll put the answer on the thing. So I answered up. Mine went up. Hey, Sean, what's up, buddy?
I'm here.
Yeah, you're fading out a little bit there. Yeah, that's cool. Do you see the new feature that I think you're frozen actually on my end here, Sean? Yeah. He'll be back. That's a cool feature. All right, awesome. Okay, so you can say 1, 2, or 3, or answer up, answer down, or answer no change, and it'll affect it. So let me try again. If it changes the number, I'm going to put another 1 for up. I guess it didn't change because I've already voted. I don't know. Very cool though. I like it. So yeah, that's yeah. So I think you have to actually answer what it says. Just up, just down, or just no change. And then that should put your answer in the what do they call it? Poll, the group poll. We have our own poll going, Sean. Can I put you up? You good? Oh, you wasn't. Okay, I put you out. Sorry. They got, you see the thing off to the right that says over the last week have your gas prices gone up or down? And the answers are up, down, or no change. So if the audience answers in their chat windows with up, down, no change, it'll put their answer on the chat poll. So far I've put an up because mine went up. Yours went up too, didn't it?
Hi. What the thing?
Gas price. Yeah. See. Oh, look. It just went up again. I just answered up.
The hell?
So whatever chat window you're in, it'll put an answer in. If you say up, so just for shits and giggles, why don't you type in down in the comments box and then hit enter? Just write down, nothing else, and you'll see it. It'll add down to the answers up there. So right now it's 71% up, 0% down, 29% no change. But the one up is wrong because when I hit enter on my StreamYard, it sends like 10 chats, one to each chat room. So Sean, your camera is lagging out. Yeah, I don't think the number is working. You have to actually write no change, down, or up.
What?
Hey, Sean, do us an experiment. Way in the chat room, or in the comments box on StreamYard. It's counting everyone's answers. So if in the chat, in the comments, just type in the number 2 and see if it gives us an answer.
Something is wrong with my internet. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, you're fading out, and sometimes your camera locks up and you freeze for a little bit.
Something ain't right. Something's weird.
Yeah, you're lagging out a little bit.
Let me get out of here again and get back in.
All right. Yeah, I've already voted on the YouTube chat room, so it won't add another answer for me, and it's probably the same for this. Let me try on here. Yeah, no change on it. So when Sean comes back in, we'll have him type in down, or the number 2 first, and see if that works. And that doesn't work. I think you have to write the actual answer. Okay, yeah. Try the number first, Heidi. See if you put in number 2 and then enter. And if that doesn't work, then type in down. I think it's reading the text and looking for just those specific words in the answers. Which, if it does that, that's pretty cool. That's just, it's a really cool function for us, especially when we get closer to midterms coming up here. When we're gonna have polls out the wazoo. For those of you that love polls, get ready. Coming up, next month probably will start, maybe at the end of the month or in the middle of the month, but June, July for sure, when we're like 6 months away from the actual voting date, we'll start the last hour of this show, we'll be doing, or not this show, on News on the Flip Side, rather, we'll be doing the last hour all polls. So get ready. NBC likes us. They think they like our polls. They like the fact that we being I called them out on whoever was doing the polls for Kamala Harris. They were just taking Biden's numbers and swiping them off the internet and putting her name underneath of them and getting her through the first couple of weeks of election troubles that way. And we got called out for it. We got kudos from NBC. We didn't get any from Fox, but Fox did mention, I did happen to see them say that it was caught by some amateur pod bloggers, but that's okay. We'll take whatever kickbacks we can get. Okay, you got it, Heidi? Yes, it's something like that. Hey, Google, how do you convert liters to gallons?
To convert liters to U.S. liquid gallons, you multiply the number of liters by 0.264.
Yeah.
1 liter is equal to 0.264
Yeah.
U.S. liquid
Hey,
gallons.
Google, stop. Well, mostly everything metric is about 2.5.
Okay, stopping bathroom speaker.
Thank you. Most metric things, measurements wise, versus American measure is about 2.5. So when you do like centimeters to inches, you divide by 2, or you times it by 2.5. When you do it with inches, you divide it by 2.5, or it's actually 2.54. So this is you times it or divide it by 2.64. So 1 liter divided by 2.64 is how many gallons? Hey, Google, how many gallons to 1 liter?
1 liter is equal to 0.264 U.S. liquid gallons.
0.264. A quarter of a gallon. Wow. There he is. Is it working? Seems to be. Is it working? I
hope
you're
so.
moving. You're moving, yeah. Hey, cool. All right, so type in the comments, type in the number 2 first, and see if it gives an answer to the quiz poll on the corner there. Huh. No. Now type in the word down and hit enter. Oh no, because we already voted. Yeah, you'd have to go into the YouTube on your own personal. Since I used it on this one already, so crap, that experiment failed. We're trying to figure out how it's getting the answers, whether it's taking the number or the word. I think it's only taking the word. Oh wow.
Thank you. Let's go and see his
Heidi's on
crap.
Yeah, she's gonna try to fix it. If she can get in, she can try to do a chat number 2 and then down if that doesn't work.
Okay. So what's this all about?
Well, this new thing, if you go over to media assets and then scroll down below, where is it actually? Is it out at the bottom? Yeah, scroll down below under sounds, under background music. Where did it go? I just had it up here. Oh, where it says widgets, click on widgets. And then you see there's polls. You can add a poll. There's a QR code. Like if like you have a website for your, like if you're an artist or you have a book that's on tour, you can get the artist book QR code for their book and put it in the QR code section, and you can throw that up on the screen. So viewers at home can QR code the author's information. But I just found this poll last night when I was goofing around setting up for News on the Flip Side, and I didn't use it because it was, we were kind of rushed. It was just the two of us. So, and I did just come off of Jeffrey's show. So I didn't really have time to goof around with it. Oh, there you go. Somebody wrote down. Who did that? Was that you, Heidi? I don't know. My Amazon tablet is weird too. It won't let me search using Google. I have to actually go to the Google. It's weird. It's kind of a proprietary thing, I suppose.
Kara did it.
It was you, Kara? Okay, thank you. The number 2 worked?
Kara.
You typed in 2 and it said down for the answer? Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. But it was the number 2. Yes, that's what you typed in, just the number 2? Yeah, okay. So sweet. So you write down the number 2, or you write down or up or no change, and it adds the answer to the chat poll. That's cool. All right. So let's start it over because we were goofing around with it. There's a lot of wrong answers in there. I don't know how many more people are going to stop in, but stop poll. So right now we are with even the inaccuracies up 5%, up 5 people answered, 63%, down 1 person answered 13%, and 2 no change 25%. So let's hide it. Let's delete it. Bloop. And let's do another one. Why did we already do gas? So let's do something else. So how was your day at work, Sean?
Boring. Nobody bought fish. Yeah.
Really?
Nobody bought fish. Yeah. I don't know. Tell you what, man. No one's buying nothing. No one can afford anything.
Are the fish prices way out of range or what?
Oh my God! Yeah, tuna. A tuna steak, right? Fresh tuna. $27.99
for a pound.
Salmon, a pound. Faroe Island salmon, $17.99 a pound.
There we go.
Swordfish.
There's our new poll.
Swordfish is $23.99.
Wow.
So what's this poll, Joe?
Joe's not here. That was me. Yeah, I put that up there. Read it.
I can't read it. It's too small, dude.
Oh. Let me go back to the widgets here. Who's more sexy? Number 1, Joe Montaldo. Number 2, Doomsday J. Ross. Number 3, Sean Dexter Kelly. I'm going to go into into YouTube though and vote for myself. So.
Look who did that!
Yeah, you can do that. You can move it around the screen. Isn't that cool? That is so cool.
Yeah, look at that, ladies. You know I'm your favorite guy. I am the most favorite. Oh, come on, John McNicholas. Please.
What?
Oh, you have a Love JoJo button. Okay, fine, Heidi. See, Kara says 3. Thank you. Come on. I'm telling you. Oh, okay.
No one's voted for Joe.
Shame
on you, Heidi. Shame for shame, Heidi.
Yeah.
There we go.
Kara. Boy, oh boy. Let me see if they'll do it again for me. Let's see. Nope. I guess he did it one time. That's it.
Once you're under.
How in the hell did you get that many?
I cheated. I put number 2 in the StreamYard chat, and it sends one to every one of those chat rooms, so it counts each one of those. So there's 5. There are 5 extra than my own 1 vote.
Oh my God.
I cheated. Yeah. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Not really. Or
No, you're not sorry.
No,
No,
it doesn't make it any
that
bigger.
ain't right.
How about if we do this? No. How do we make that thing bigger? Oh, like that? No,
I don't know.
That doesn't do it.
Nah, Jay got me beat. No one loves me anymore in the chat.
I cheated, Sean.
I'm just kicked to the curb because nobody voted for me except Kara.
But the cool thing is, though, when you know, like last night when Joe popped into the news, he says he's got a lot of stuff to give away. When we have the question, we can do this for the questions, and you know, that I think that'll help. I don't know. You have to make it like the first person to get it, the right answer gets the thing, but I don't know how. You have to keep a close eye on it, but that's just a cool feature, I think. Don't you think? I wonder if it happens if we put 2 of them up at the same time.
That's cool. Heidi, all right, girl. You're the best. You just saved your butt.
What did she say? I'm looking at another screen.
1, 2, and 3 with a big smile.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the correct political answer.
So what the hell are we talking about?
It's the chat, man. Whatever you want.
Oh, okay. Well, I got Heidi. Carrie, how are you, Carrie? Oh my gosh. No. What's the poll? Just hit number 3, Carrie. Just hit the number 3. That's all I'm asking, Carrie. Please hit the number 3. Hit the number 3, Carrie. I'd appreciate it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you only
hi.
have 1 poll active at a time. Okay, that's cool.
Hi, Carrie. Can you please type in the number 3, Carrie? I appreciate it.
Or
Carrie.
Sean Dexter Kelly. Either one will work.
Okay, since I got the ladies in here and everybody else who's in the chat who don't want to participate, I'm going to pull a card for you girls. So
And at least I didn't have to beg for my votes.
I ain't begging. I'm just telling you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen who would like to have a card. Thank you, Clifton. Thank you. The card I just pulled for you all is the moose.
Ooh.
The moose, Heidi. It's the moose.
Moose doesn't work for me. I don't have any hair for it anymore.
The moose. Thank you, Carrie. The moose. Let me read the moose. The mouse. Nope, the moose. Where's the moose at?
Hey, Shawnee Sean.
You're
have you seen
welcome,
this?
Heidi. The moose.
Yeah, what do you got there? Is
81.
that like a tarot deck you got?
It's not a tarot deck. It's an animal medicine card.
I said, it's like a tarot deck, yes?
No, it's not.
It's
not.
No.
Nope.
Have you seen this?
Yeah, you showed it to me a while back. The
Yeah.
moose is self-esteem. Heidi, Carrie, and Kara. The moose, the wisdom woven throughout this scenario is the creation constantly brings forth new ideas and further creation. Moose is doing this, shouting is that the joy is catching in a sense that each other are well done. Moose medicine is often found in elders who have walked the good red road and have seen all kinds of abilities and calmness and down to earth, and they eat a lot of stuff, like a lot of greens, and don't forget their bear stuff, bear meat for the bears. Yes, but
What
the elder,
what do they call meat? What do they call bear meat? They do call deer meat. It has a name. Is there one for bear meat?
Oh no, the moose.
Oh,
the moose.
Well, I heard you
gets
mention the
attacked.
bear in there too, though.
Yeah, the moose attacks the bear and it feeds the bear. You know,
I would
because
think
the
it would be the other way
bear
around. The
kills
moose
the
runs
moose.
from the bear and then gets eaten.
Oh no, 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 no. The bear just tramples on them. But if you have chosen the moose card, you have reason to feel good about something you have accomplished on your journey. This may be a habit you have broken, a completion of some sort, an insight on a goal, or a new sense of self that you have fought hard to earn. It is a time of feeling harmonious, pride, and of recognizing those who aided you in the process. One good exercise in moose medicine is to write down things that you can love about yourself and your progress in life. Then apply these same things to friends, family, co-workers in life. Don't forget to share the findings with others. They need the encouragement as much as you do. So yeah. So that's it, buddy. Yeah, you don't. And I was hoping Sherry Madigan would be in because that's all her and I talk about is the moose, you know, and the moose that's in Jay's hair.
I had
I
a
don't know,
really
man. I
deep
just hope
relationship
everybody.
with moose in the '80s, but back then this was all hair.
You're welcome, Heidi. You're welcome. But yeah. So we got mooses.
Let's
I
let's
think
call
the
it a
mooses
draw
are
on
the
let's call it a
coolest
draw on
animal.
that poll there. We're about equal there. I'm just ahead of you by 10. So let's do this one.
Are we doing another poll? What?
Yeah, why not?
Hi, yeah.
Why not goof around with it a little bit? You know, I mean, it seems to be working.
Hi, yeah. You ever watch the Uncle Roger YouTubes? He's the one that tricks other cooks making fried rice. Heidi does, yeah. He's funny. Hi, yeah.
Yeah, I actually
And he loves
before you popped in, someone mentioned about a food porn segment, and they were going to order Chinese, and I have a beef fried rice recipe, so maybe we can do that a little bit sometime during the show.
No, whenever you want. I mean,
yeah.
All right, Jay, you're good. She said 3 already. What's this one?
Have you seen a UFO? Yes, no, I don't know. Have you seen one, Sean?
Yes, I have.
You have seen a UFO, okay.
It was at I was going to work. It was about 5:30 in the morning, and I'm coming down, this road, and all of a sudden I happened to glance up, and I saw this huge round thing with all kinds of lights on it. And this is a true story. It looked like the Enterprise, to be honest with you. That's how big this thing was. And so I figured, wow, look at that. And I figured if I go to the next block, which was only a half a block away, I can turn in and look at it. And as I did that, I turned into the other street. It was gone. But yes, absolutely. It was huge. It honest to God reminded me of the Enterprise. It was huge. It was round. And I mean, it was sitting right over a house. Yeah. And you couldn't hear nothing, man.
Yeah, no, I saw one pretty up close. It was, if I had to estimate footage going over the top of these trees, and these trees were probably no more than 50, 60 feet tall, it was 3 feet. I mean, literally 3 feet, just brushing the tops, not even brushing the tops, but just 3 feet above the tops of these trees. And my friends and I were in a field behind, I don't remember, it was an elementary school or like a middle school in Connecticut. We were in school in Bridgeport at college there. And this thing just silently, no, I mean, absolutely. I mean, the air became, like right before electrical storm, right before it gets lightning-y, it felt like that. There was like a static electrical charge in the air. And this thing just silently glided over the top of all of us. So I think there were 4 of us total. and there no sound, and it was big. Did you ever see the movie Dune?
No.
In the first movie Dune, this thing that flew over top of us looked exactly like the space flying machines that the Harkonnen, the bad guys, used in the 1984 David Lynch Dune, and we all just stood there like, quiet. None of us said a word until it flew out of sight, and then I said, "Did y'all just see that? Yeah. What did you see? I saw this. Yeah. What did you see? I saw that too. We all saw the same exact thing."
Oh, I remember that. Heidi says, I have seen a lady that definitely wasn't from here once. I didn't want to stare, but her legs were almost bird-like, backwards, and she didn't know what season to dress for, and almost hiding from her. Guys, she was with her, and I made contact and was the strangest vibe. Seeing the UFO. So, I don't know.
There are reportedly, some aliens that have a knee that operates in the opposite direction from ours. Whereas ours bend this way, theirs bends backwards.
But you know what, Heidi? When you say that, when you saw that, I have heard other people. I watched it on YouTube, and I have seen people or listened to people who actually saw what you saw. And well, Heidi's out in Colorado, man. There's a lot of UFO activity shit going on out in Colorado. Because you are close to New Mexico, aren't you? Oh, you know what I found out, Jay? You know what I found out?
No. I didn't. What was that?
I don't know if Idaho is the new Area 51.
Idaho.
Yeah, I think it's Idaho or New Mexico, one or the other.
Well, New Mexico has been part of the top secret area for a long time. I mean, Alamogordo, White Sands, and Sandy National Laboratories are all like grouped together there, right on the New Mexico Nevada border, and then Idaho. I mean, there's nothing there. I can see them moving a top secret facility there for sure. But see, the funny thing is though that the activity at Area 51 hasn't. I mean, it ceased for a while, but it has resumed since. And the same activity that Bob Lazar got famous for, bringing people out to witness. Now, the dates, times, and that kind of regular scheduling is changed, is different now, but they're still doing it.
Right. You still, I mean, but I heard this on a YouTube show with UFO people. That they said, it's a new one. They move. I think there's more mountains that they can put. They got to put more UFOs and stuff in like that. Now I might be wrong. I don't know. I'm just telling everyone what I heard.
Well, no, that's absolutely right. Because area. So the thing about everybody gets wrong with Bob Lazar, they always say, "Oh, he was at Area 51." Briefly, he didn't work at Area 51. He worked at Area S4, which is 15 miles south and west of the Groom Lake area. So after he gets off the plane in Las Vegas, then he gets on a bus with blacked out windows. The bus goes through 3 levels of security. Once it gets into the gate at S4, they will stop at the main entrance for the Area 51 Groom Lake facilities, where mostly CIA would be. People get off there. And go into that facility. People that are going to other facilities on that property, like, for example, S4, would get off of that bus and either walk or get on like a golf cart thingy and would be carted to their S4 facility, where they would use a thumbprint ID or eyeball identification to open a door, wherein they would be inside of the mountain. And on the other side of the mountain, they had hangar bay doors that they had taken rock and natural terrain and put them on the door, so the door matches the rock, the mountain that it's built into, that it's carved out of. And when they open the door, you can see into the hangar, but when they close the door, it turns back into a, blends into the rock face. That's where he worked. That's where he's famous for. There are usually no aliens at Area 51. Pretty good. I mean, almost every UFO show says that there's aliens at Area 51. There aren't usually. They're almost all at either S4 or Area 53 and other facilities where they have some, but not casual contact with humans. Particularly because some of them can be quick to be violent, and we're kind of stupid, and we could easily piss them off. So
that's pretty cool, Carrie. Your friend was in.
That's cool. Unless they really made an ugly looking Enterprise.
Oh my God, that means Joe and Jay are gonna have to take a ride out to this town and check it out and shit.
There's some guys on Facebook that are allegedly trying to do a full-scale build-up of the Enterprise. They're going to build it here on Earth, and it's not going to actually be a spaceship, but they intend to build it's basically like 1,000-foot long imitation spaceship. That will be cool.
And who would be funding that?
I don't know. Let me go to Facebook and find that page and see what they're doing. They keep sending me messages and stuff. I'm only vaguely interested in it because it's Star Trek, and but however, I'm not entirely certain that they'll pull it off. So
Heidi says that she would love to visit the UFO tower off a rural highway in an international dark sky location down by Colorado Springs. Or it's by Pueblo, maybe. I don't know. You're going to have to blindfold me and put me on an elevator with 4 people holding on to me if I had to go up that high. Hey, Joe Fox. Seriously, I am so afraid of heights. And I'm not ashamed of saying that. I can't even get up on the ladder without freaking out. And the last time I got on a ladder, and this is a true story, I was putting up curtains, and I fell off the ladder and busted 2 chairs. That's the truth. And these chairs were like, the dining room set was like built in the 1940s. And so all hell broke loose. That's the truth. These small towns have crazy attractions.
I found it. They're calling themselves Build the Enterprise Project. So I don't know. We'll see what they do with it. They're not as interesting. I have another group of guys that are building full scale Colonial Warrior Viper jet fighters in their garages, which is very cool. Remember Battlestar Galactica? They're building those. That's cool.
I wish I had the time to do that.
Yeah, I would like to. There's a lot of people at the Star Trek conventions that they've built their own R2D2 units that have this big RC like controls where they can make the head spin. They can make some of them have like things come out of the head like the real R2 did in the movie. I would like to build one of those. That would be fun. That would be a fun like retirement project. I'd like to build. So I have a whole bunch of models I'd like to build, and there's a lot of things I would just like to do. I work 4 days a week on a forklift, and it just crushes me when I do my 2-3 days off. I don't want to do anything but sit down. I don't want to do anything. So I want to retire at some point. Hopefully, I keep working until 67, and if at 67 my Social Security retirement is going to be $3,000 or better a month, I'm going to take it and go sit down. Then I'm going to start all that stuff.
The only way it's going to get to 3,000, because I just got like a paper from Social Security, and I think the highest is 2,700 if you go at 67. I know I'm going at 65.
It's based on how much you make.
2,200.
It's based on how much you make a year. The more you make a year, the more it goes up.
Yeah, so I'm sitting pretty good when I retire next year, but I'll continue working.
But you're only
part-time.
61.
What do you thought? I'm 63. I'll be 64 in June.
Are they going to
I'll
let
be
you retire
64.
early? Because I thought they moved it up to 67 as the minimum.
Yeah, but you can retire at 62 is the earliest. And the latest is
No, I thought they moved it up to 67.
They did.
Or
They did
65.
move it up to 67. They did move it up to 67, but you can actually start collecting Social Security at the age of 62, and you won't be getting that much. And once you start Social Security, what you're making at 62 is just going to be like that for the rest of your life. So. So say, like, for instance, if you retired 62 and you're going to get $1,600 a month, that's it for the rest of the time you're on Earth, dude. But here's the new rule that Trump put in.
Yeah,
okay,
as early
so
as 62. I thought they
Yep.
said they were going to move it up to 65 for the earliest one.
no,
And 67 for full, but okay.
1959 down, you can retire at 65. 1960 and up, then it's 67. That's the New Year's. That's the new. But once you get, when I retire 65, I can make an extra 13,000 by working part-time. So instead of me working 40 hours, I could work 20. And it's like, but once you turn 67, you can make as much money as you want and just still continue getting the rate that you want, that you are getting. Yeah. Kara says, you mean I still got 20 more years in this body before I get paid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're only 42, yeah.
But it's not polite for women to tell men their ages. Or I think I have that on the other way around. I think it's not polite for a man to ask a woman for her age. So, Kara's 43. Yeah, Kara, you got a while, hon. You got another 20. I got another year and 2 months. Yes, a year and 2 months. And I'm done.
I'm trying to find an SSI. There was a way where it showed me before what I would get if I were to retire. It's such,
You have to go through so many damn blue things, so many red tape type of deals to actually find out. They'll send you to a Social Security website, and then you got to type in all this freaking information before they come back.
There it is.
The doctor says my new knee should last 20 years, so I might be okay. Okay. And Carrie don't care. She's 51.
Hey, Google, if I make $24 an hour, how much do I make a year?
Assuming a standard full-time work schedule of 40 hours a week for 52 weeks, making $24 an hour equals an annual salary of $49,920 before taxes.
Okay, so I'm putting in 50,000.
I don't know.
It's looking. I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if it'll tell me what I'm gonna get.
It won't.
Yeah, it did. So if I were to retire at 62 in 1 month in 2028, I would get monthly 1,173. If I retire at 67, it would be 1,762. If I retire at 70 in 2036, it would be 2,250. And I think I saw a thing that if as I work, my benefits will increase.
Yeah.
More money I put into it, more money I get out of it.
I just got my paper from the Social Security, and if when I retire at 65, okay, I will be making close to $2,160. Then I get another extra 238 from my pension fund from Giant Eagle, so pretty close to 2,400. I don't know. I only have one big bill. That's my truck payment. I don't know, dude. I've been at cutting meat for 20 some years. Worked on the river. Worked with my hands. Went to the doctors and got the results back about because I thought I had arthritis in my hands and my fingers. Yeah. No, I don't have no arthritis at all. And I asked them,
"That's good.
So why am I in so much pain?" You know what they
said? Use them every day. You use them every day.
And the other answer is because I'm getting old. I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. No, my hands hurt. Okay. What are you looking up, buddy?
Yeah. I was looking up my what I would get by Social Security, and I said I think, and I closed the window. I didn't read the whole thing, but it said something about for every $2 I earn, I get $1, something like that. That's how they calculate it, and how your benefit payment goes up for every year you work. Every $2 that you pay taxes on, it goes up another $1.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like at the end of the year, it'd be like, another $500 or something. And, my minimum will be like, 2,200, and my big one will be like 27. So the more you work, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. That's all I know how it works once you do retire. But I did look briefly at the application. You do have to, they help you calculate when you should start having those payments come in, so you don't have a lapse in income coming in, so you don't have like your power turned off for a month. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what do you think about what's going on? I haven't been able to see much news today because we were playing games, and I had to help or try to help with the Writers Quill, but they started without me. They got going without me, so that was a good thing. What do you think about? Did you hear anything of what's going on with the Strait of Hormuz? The last I heard was Iran claims it's open, but it won't remain open until the blockade goes away, and they're allowed to essentially monitor the traffic coming in and out. Nothing goes in or out without Iran approval, and they get some sort of kickback. I don't think that's going to work for Trump. I think he's going to, kick it back in their face and say, look, no.
I did not read anything about the Strait of Hormuz or whatever it is.
Let me see what
seriously,
Google says.
Jay. Seriously, I'm just tired of. I don't know who to believe, and I just seriously quit listening to the news. I'm tired.
Here we go. BBC is a relatively right-wing establishment, but they do report some accurately. Strait of Hormuz now closed, they say, says Iran, as ships were attacked. So let's see who was attacked.
They weren't attacked. They weren't attacked.
Not Iran. No. Iran is attacking ships traveling through it. Iran says it is closing the Strait of Hormuz again to commercial vessels, and any ship that approaches it will be targeted. Wow. The closure came as reports emerged of vessels in or near the strait, including a tanker, were targeted by Tehran on Saturday. That's today. Hey, Google, what time is it in Tehran, Iran?
It's 4:01 a.m. in
Yeah, it's
Toronto.
4 in the morning there. Wow. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard blamed a continuing U.S. blockade for this decision. Wow, let's verify that, huh? That did come from the BBC.
BBC's like CNN. They're so full of shit.
Yeah.
Look at Sky News Australia.
I'm just
If
typing
there's anybody-
State of Hormuz, and I'm going to see what news comes up. That's what I'm going to do. News on the Hor on the Strait. Wow, Strait of Hormuz.
Is that Sky News Australia?
I don't know. I got a whole bunch. Let's see. Wow. Okay. So CNN, 23 minutes ago, live updates. Iran renews restrictions on Strait of Hormuz as peace talks crumble. Iran reversed course on reopening Strait of Hormuz, signals warning to U.S. Here's the AP. That was Fox News. Here's the AP news 4 hours ago. Iran fully closes Strait of Hormuz over U.S. blockade and fires on ships.
Bullshit.
So it's not bullshit. They're not. They're all saying it. In NBC, Iran declares Strait of Hormuz closed in response to U.S. Navy blockade. Al Jazeera, Iran war live. Tehran says no date set for U.S. talks. Hormuz Strait is closed.
I don't trust them.
Yeah.
I don't trust them because
I don't
if they actually launched an attack, it would be on the news, on TV. CBS,
Well,
ABC, NBC.
Pick one. Who
would
do you want me to go
not-
to? I got Fox News, CNN, AP, NBC, BBC, Al Jazeera. Which one do you want me to see if they have a video on it?
Sky Australia.
Here we go. Here we go. Right here. Here we go. Let's read this one. 2 Indian ships come under fire. 2
Okay,
Indian
yeah.
ships come. Yeah.
India.
This is from NBC. Two Indian ships come under fire in Strait of Hormuz after Iran reasserts control.
Your chat's on screen. Kara, we can see your chat. I don't know why it's not on yours. I see it.
It's not on the screen. Now it's on the screen. It goes over where the hole is. See it? Did you see it now? We can turn it on and off.
I just, what this, I can't, it would be all over the freaking news. But all those
It is.
but the news outlets that you just announced, they're not good news. They're not good news.
Listen. This is who we've got. I'm going to go back one more page. It's BBC. Oh wait, hold on. Damn it. Go down here. Strait of Hormuz. So it's Fox News, CNN, AP, NBC, CBS, Al Jazeera, and the New York Times. They're all saying it. Everyone is saying it.
And whenever we do polls and we pull those papers, they are wrong. You know that
we
as
know,
well
yeah,
as I do.
That's because they're fudging.
All
They're
right,
fudging
then.
those numbers, but this isn't fudge.
So
Every
how
news
can
organization is reporting
How
this
can you trust? How can you trust them?
because they're
The
all
only
saying it.
Decent, the decent one I would have to say would be Fox, but the other ones I don't strike a match to none of them.
But they're all saying
Seriously.
it, so it can't be false.
If there was an attack, Jay, it would be all over the internet.
That's what
it
they're
would
saying.
Be all over TikTok.
It
will be all over. It's
This
just
is
like
all
me
over
saying, I'll do an example. Okay, so I'm in Colorado.
There's 7 tiles up there. They all say the same thing, that there was an attack on Indian ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
Because they piggyback off each other, Jay. They piggyback.
Here we go. Hang on. I'm getting a video here. Hang on a second. All right, let's check this out. Let me get it on the screen here. Let's see what they say. It's long, so we may have to skip through it. Where am I? Yep, share here. Oh, Damn it, I hit the wrong damn button. Hang on a second. This is Fox News Live. No, oh, wrong one. Hang on.
Okay.
What the
So I
hell?
typed
I have
it
too
in.
many windows open. It's there. All right, this is the only one that
Who
this
is,
should work.
it says here, who is blockading the Strait of Hormuz? As of April 18th, 2026, the United States is conducting a naval blockade of Iranian ports in the Strait of Hormuz, prompting Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps to declare the strait closed and under their control in response. The U.S. blockade aims to halt trade while Iran vows to target vessels. Yay.
The latest
Go ahead,
on
play,
the Middle
Jay.
East, retired Marine intelligence officer, national security analyst, and the host of the Strap podcast, Hal Kemper. He's here with me. Hal, a lot to discuss, as always. Let's start off with some reporting from Reuters. They say that the British military is saying that gunboats from Iran's Revolutionary Guard opened fire on a tanker transiting the Strait of Hormuz after Iran said that it had reimposed restrictions on the vital waterway. The United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operations Center said that the tanker and crew were reported safe without identifying the vessel or its destination. Phil Stewart here with Reuters saying that there was a broadcast that went out over the airwaves there saying, "Attention all ships regarding the failure of the U.S. government to fulfill its commitment in the negotiation. Iran declares that the Strait of Hormuz completely closed again. No vessel of any type or nationality is allowed to pass through the Strait of Hormuz." So there's a few different things to unpack here, Hal. Let's start with the Iranian gunboats firing on tankers. What are the implications of something like that happening amid the ceasefire?
Well, Austin, it's pretty serious. These are Revolutionary Guard Corps boats. That's really all the Navy that Iran has is Revolutionary Guard Corps. These are gunboats. It's not really clear how big they are, but I'm assuming the description, they're not big boats. They're not ships by any means. And they're fast moving, and they went across, and they took a tanker under fire. Now, that particular encounter, the tanker tried to hail them when they saw them coming in, got no answer, and then the gunboats just opened up on them. So there was no communication with the tanker at all before they came under fire. Fortunately, nobody was seriously injured, nobody was killed. So that was one encounter. Then there's another ship. Wasn't clear if it was container or break bulk, but it also was hit by a projectile. Don't know if that was an anti-ship missile. That's some of the thinking right now. But we have a couple of ships that are hit. Interestingly, they're both Indian flagged, and India has called in the ambassador from Iran to have a very strong discussion as to what are you doing.
So that's what they're sending is these little tiny
Iran
speedboats?
had agreed to reopen the strait. There were some ships that went through. There was a convoy of tankers
That's their
that were trying to go
gunboats,
through
dude.
this morning. I don't know if
they're-
they made it or
that's
not, but I did
pathetic.
see the number of tankers that were coming up to go through the strait, turned around and went back once they realized that Iran was causing problems. And Iran has also said that they're going to prioritize ships that have paid their crypto coin toll booth fee to go through the strait. Iran claimed yesterday that they would allow ships that had coordinated with the Iranians to go through the strait, and it appears that some of this is tied to that. Although what they've said is, since the U.S. decided to maintain its naval blockade, they've decided to close the strait, and we're rolling in within 3 days of the end of this ceasefire. So right now, things have changed a lot since what it looked like yesterday.
Well, so okay, what do you think now? Not fake.
But they're little speedboats.
Doesn't
They're not boats.
They are boats.
not
They're not
gun-
ships. Yeah. they're
That's
they're
just
guys
like
with
us.
guns. They're guys with guns and boats, so which they
Right. So
could.
that's just
You
like,
know.
how about the Somalians? How about the Somalians? That's like the Somalians attacking tankers.
It's like like the Somalian
That's
pirates
all
use those
that
same
is.
kind of boats. Yeah. Well, I
But
mean,
there's,
it's enough to
how do
interrupt.
we
It's
know?
enough to interrupt.
I mean, think about it. Jay, honest to God, whenever Iran is about to do something to a ship, they give them warnings. They give them warnings. When the IROGC, whatever in the hell it is, they give the ship warnings. And did you listen to the guy? There was no communication, even though the Indian captain tried to make contact with the boat. Who's not to say that's Hezbollah in the little freaking boats? But to
No,
me,
you're right. It doesn't.
when I looked
It
at
doesn't
those
say anything
boats,
about that at all. What it does say though is that what we once thought we definitely do not have control of the strait. For one thing, that's the big thing, and it's looking like the ceasefire and the talks are going to crumble.
and if they crumble, then all hell's going to break loose.
Absolutely,
And it's going to break loose, and that's the stick, dude. I mean, the United States got the strait blocked at the beginning, and they are not allowing ships to come in.
No, or out.
Out.
If they come from Iran, they're not allowed out. If they're coming to anywhere but
Who
Iran, they're
would
allowed in.
Who would you listen to, Iran? Who would you listen, Jay? Who would you listen to? Would you listen to the United States Navy, who got these big ass ships, to a little pesky little freaking mosquito type of boat not responding back to you?
Well, look here.
Who would you be more afraid of? Who would you listen to more?
Well, listen, I'll tell you that I know a little bit about nautical stuff. You do too. You're a Navy guy. Look, a boat that size, if it collides with the ship, it can make a hole big enough to sink it. That's one thing.
Right.
Number two,
exactly.
you put a guy on that boat, on that little speedboat with a shoulder-fired rocket, and you have a container ship or a oil tanker full of fuel, full of crude oil, and they shoot an incendiary rocket at it, they can definitely sink it. So it is a problem. It is an issue. Will they be able to how are we going to fight that? We've got the smallest ship we have out there is probably a frigate-sized thing, and that's probably a ship that carries what, 600, 700 people crew.
Do you know that they have helicopters out there on board the helicopters, on board the freaking carriers? They got 2 of them. They could go after them little boats. We have planes that can go after boats. We have all kinds of things.
They'd have to. I think even a fighter jet would be too big and too fast. So you have to use helicopters, and then I know they have some amphibious craft. They might have to send some of those, hovercraft out there to hunt them down.
To me, what I see it is the IROGC PMOQUE. Okay, them people, the military, is allowing this to happen, and not taking responsibility for it. Okay, I can't see it. They're just simple bunch of dumbasses out on small boats attacking Indian tankers to make a name for themselves.
Rednecks on boats with guns. Yeah, that's all it is.
That's all it is. And do you think if they were really a threat, if they would have attacked those Indian boats, the United States would be on them like shit right on rice, and you know that.
They probably haven't responded with deadly force because there was no effect. A couple of AK-47 bullet holes in the side of a tanker. That's a little bit of a concern. They could probably patch those fairly easily and go on with their voyage and repair at the next port of call. But the thing is, like I said, it is a danger. They can get in the way of traffic. They could sink 1 or 2 vessels strategically in a place that would effectively, until those wrecks are moved, close the Strait of Hormuz. It's not a very wide thing at all. I think only maybe a dozen ships can go through there at a time, all at once. So you send a couple of those boats with some shoulder-fired rockets and maybe some suicide squads with a boat full of gasoline or incendiary explosives, and you could certainly sink 3, 4, 5 ships in that narrowest.
Why haven't they done it yet? If they can do it,
Trying.
why? Why haven't they done it?
They just started.
Now,
This
what, with the little 2 gunships with freaking AK-47s?
It's a new. I didn't say just AK-47s. What if they start putting rockets on? They do have shoulder-fired rockets. They do have other
Right.
ordnance. You know.
But then again, the minute that rocket goes off and it hits a tanker, dude, all hell's going to break loose in Iran.
Yes, I know, and they know that too. And the same thing if they fill a boat with explosives and run it into a boat, and it explodes and takes the whole ship down.
They already did that.
They did that with the coal, but if they do that in this quarter under the declaration of police action and essentially a de facto state of war, if they sink a tanker, a civilian tanker, in that way with an explosive boat, it will be on, and whatever's left of the IRG, those alphabet soup guys, they'd be bombed into non-existence. They'll be gone.
Of course. If it
And
was
a lot of people
something
are gonna
very
die.
scary, if it was something to be worried about, freaking Trump would be on the horn with the freaking admirals and saying, "Go get them, boys."
Well, he may not be on the horn, but this is only just 3 hours old, so
It don't matter.
it does.
It don't
No, it does
matter.
because you have to
No.
know how the wheels of justice work, or at least not the wheels of justice, the wheels of the executive office work. He's probably in major discussions right now with his top, advisors about this, and they're probably, he doesn't sleep much, so he may even put out a late night squawk about what's going on. Because this is definitely, in my opinion, if I was Trump and I was president, I would consider it like you do right now. I would consider this like a fringe attack from a bunch of idiot rednecks in boats. Maybe, like you said, maybe they're Hamas, Hezbollah, maybe some other fringe group. Maybe they're just a couple of, what do you call it? Self-acting IRGC members. But it is right now just a nuisance. But, again, they've been saying about this all week in pertaining to the nuclear fissionable material that they allegedly have. Do we want to wait for them to take a speedboat and fill it with gasoline or fill it with high explosives and a radical idiot that's going to think he's getting 72 Vestal Virgins upon exploding himself on this boat? Are we going to wait and let them explode a civilian boat and kill a tanker with a crew of 100 or a container ship with a crew of 50? How many lives more do we have to wait for them to take before we decide to just wipe them off the map finally?
I don't know, man.
If I was Trump, I would be very upset, very stern, and I would probably be talking to whatever leadership they have still alive, and I'd be like, "Look, this better stop lickety split ASAP because I have so much ordnance in the area that if it doesn't stop in minutes, I will just empty out all of my ships." There isn't enough ordnance in that area right now since we've had the ceasefire. We've had time to refuel and replenish all those war vessels. There's enough missiles in that theater to absolutely turn the entire country into a blazing fireball. And that's non-nuclear, by the way. That's non-nuclear, by the way, people.
But you also got to look at it like this too. Maybe Trump's waiting for India to make a move.
Maybe he's got a poker face in this. He really does. He really knows what he's doing. Whatever happened in the 4 years during Biden, he studied. He was schooled. He went to the community college in New York somewhere where he lives, and he annexed a damn class on political history because he's playing this like a football playbook, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like every 4 months, bam, new thing. I mean, and I said at the beginning when he won, I was like, just wait. we're going to see a lot of fireworks, but we still haven't seen the fireworks yet. Those are still coming, I think. But these are, they're getting bigger and bigger. Each set of fireworks is getting bigger and bolder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you were Iran and you saw these two little piece of pea ant shit boats doing this, and Iran knows that they can get, flattened out, don't you think Iran would step in and say, yo, don't do this?
No, because I think it seems like whatever powers that be that remain are in line with these speedboat nefarious captains. Because every one of those articles says the same thing, that they're still adamant that they're going to try to resubmit their control over the Hormuz Strait. They only possess, their country's only on one half of it, and they own and I think they own the longest border along, not so much the strait, but the Gulf is the Gulf of Oman they're in, or the Red Sea, whatever the hell it is, that they have the longest coast at 1,000 miles. Pardon my French audience, big fucking deal. You have the biggest coast on there. Guess what? We got the biggest fucking ships on the end of the outlet there. Do your worst, because as soon as you literally piss off Trump, he's on his last nerve with you, as are the rest of us. If you really want to stay alive, and I'm talking to you idiots that are in control, if you want to stay alive, give up. It's quits time. I mean, even fucking Hitler knew when to give up. Even Hirohito knew when to give up. We dropped 2 nuclear bombs on Emperor Hirohito. And you know what he said after the second bomb? He said, so what? We don't care. We're going to keep on fighting. Then what happened is the Russians put their troops on the shores of China, on the Japan Sea, in furtherance of waiting for their transport boats to come across from the Mediterranean, and they were going to storm Japan. Soon as that was going to happen, Japan gave up. Our nuclear weapons did not deter them. Becoming Russian communists made them give in, but they knew when to give in. These guys don't know when to give in. They have no fucking sense of self-worth at all, self-esteem, whatever you want to call it. They don't care if they die. They think they're going to get these 72 Vestal virgins upon death or exploding in a infidel-filled room.
Dumbass.
I mean, they're dumbasses. I just why are you fighting for a non-guarantee of 72 Vestal virgins when you die? You want me to go and blow something up? You promised 72 Vestal virgins after I survive blowing up whatever you want me to blow it up.
Well, let me ask you this question: if they were American tankers, do you think they go after them?
100%. Any tanker they sink, it's gonna be on. Doesn't matter if it's us, India's, Pakistan.
No, I'm saying they went after the India tankers. If it was Joe wants 72 classic cars.
Hey, I'm with you, Joe.
Joe Fox. Joe, let me ask you, Joe, what's your interpretation of this? We would love to hear from you, Joe. But no, what if it was two American tankers, dude?
Well, again, like I said, they weren't hurt or harmed, it seems, in the attack.
That's what I'm saying. But the question is, if they were American, if they were American tankers, okay, would they attack them with them little speedboats?
Yes, they
were a bunch of dumbasses.
Stupid, yes. But I'm saying the same set of circumstances would happen if they fired on American ships and did no damage, just barely a nuisance, no response. Now, if they sink one, it's on. And if they sink American ship, Indian ship, Pakistan ship, whatever country ship, they're going to go after them. It'll be full on.
I love you, Jay. Carrie has a question for you, buddy. She says, have you guys figured out what exactly they are fighting over?
Apparently, there's some information over there. Apparently, now I can never find the photograph. It's in Eric von Daniken's book. There's a picture somewhere near the Sinai Peninsula, which is this area, Excuse me. And allegedly, it was the major spaceport for the Anunnaki. There are literal like burn marks. I mean, like the Earth is, they say scorched Earth policy. When you're in war and you retreat, you burn any usable facilities and resources that you can't take with you, so the enemy can't use them against you. Well, this place looks like that. Only it looks like if you look at Cape Canaveral from above, where they launched rockets from, you see the exact same scorching marks on the pads and platforms there. So either they're looking for a very, very large UFO spaceship with all kinds of digital information and technology, or they're looking for one of the several. I think it's 5. It might be as low as 3. There are 3 or 5 alleged information repositories, libraries, if you will, on the full, let's just say, development of this solar system, or at least of this planet and our civilization. There's that much information in this library, going back probably estimates. If you go with Sitchin, 450,000 years. If you go with the reptilian guy from England, it's 200 and some thousand years. If you go with the Greys, millions of years. This planet has been on observation by these celestial visitors, and I think that's kind of what they think they're going for, is that kind of information, something that will bring light to our most recent past, give a shock on our most furthest past, and possibly, hopefully, perhaps shed light on our future. But that's all just speculation. The fact of the matter is that the main impetus for doing this is Iran was 2 weeks away from making a nuclear weapon, and they were another month or 2 or 6 months from building an ICBM that could reach America. They already have one that could reach as far as Spain.
And then
they're holding on. They're still holding on to it. As a matter of fact, they still have it.
And here's what I'd say to that: once they launch that ICBM, it's going to be picked up and been shot out of the sky or out of the universe.
If it doesn't fall short of its mark to begin with, absolutely.
I don't care. I wouldn't wait. I wouldn't wait.
Well, now wait a minute. We might not detect it. Now it's a cruise type that they have, and they launched 2 before. And they programmed these 2 to fly lower than normal, and they did something with them. They took something out and added more fuel, so they could go a little bit longer. So they took out maybe a radar or some sort of scanner it didn't need, and they both flew so low that we did not detect them until they were well out into the Gulf of Oman, and that's when they were spotted the first time. So there was well after they were shot. We didn't know they were shot.
Then it would have been shot down. Then it would have been shot down.
That's why, yeah. So that I don't think we're going to be able to shoot it down because the way they spartaned up. So those 2 ICBMs, they didn't get shot down until they made it into the Gulf and they were detected by our Navy. One was shot down. The other, while we were trying to catch up to it and knock it out of the sky, it ran out of fuel and petered out and hit the ocean. So if they launch this next one at Europe, it's going to go low and slow. It's going to go over the Mediterranean or it's going to go over the backwoods. It probably won't go over the water. It'll probably go over the coast because it can hide amongst the trees. Because once it comes out over open water, it's going to be automatically detected by any sensors and radars in the area, whether they're civilian or military. So, that's the one only scary thing I think that they have in their back pocket. And again, also from last night's show, I think they're still trying to goad us 100%. They have something that they want to try to use on troops, but it has to be on the ground. You know what I mean? So they have some sort of elaborate trap that they keep alluding to, and they want us to fall for it and walk all across their country until it goes off. Well, what do they think? We're stupid? No, I don't think so.
They were due for a break.
Are we? Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you. You got a song?
No, I don't.
Let me see if I can. Let me grab one real quick.
Then I'll play the thingies. Terry says it's also human trafficking war. That is why the U.S. is careful not to
That could
blast
be.
that cargo area. Yeah. Just send in Delta Force and let them destroy it from the inside.
They already did. We didn't get full info on that. Did Joe mention it last night when he popped in? Do you remember? He said something to the effect that the Delta Force guys went in and did something in Tehran, but we didn't figure out. We didn't really dive into it too much.
Maybe next week.
While we're on break, I'll take a look and see. So, are you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Good one. Agreed, Joe.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Stop this conversation. We got no relation.
and welcome everyone to Ethereal Encounters Unveiled. Today we are broadcasting live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 on the Gulf Coast and 107.7 FM in beautiful New Orleans.
Welcome to Don't Whistle at Night podcast, where Navajo legends echo in the shadows. Darren and Dawn will guide you through the sacred fire of native storytelling, where the old stories breathe, the unknown walks among us, and voices, long hidden, rise to be heard. And remember, don't whistle at night.
Two real cryptid legends.
What you do?
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Wrong button.
Two real cryptid legends doing what they do, bringing information for me and you. Ron Moorhead and his Sierra Sounds, Daryl Denton, the Tennessee Bigfoot Man, along with Michelle Desrochers, bring adventures across this land. So much information brought to you each week, actively out there looking as the truth they seek.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the chat. Saturday night, 7 to 10. Joe's on his way home, so he'll be with us next week. Don't want to, me, whoever don't know me, my name's Sean Kelly, and I am one of the hosts here on UPR and Talk Radio.
One of
into the one of into the night.
You're one of the best hosts on here because you're here with me and Joe.
Thank you. But my shows are on Sunday night and Tuesdays. Tomorrow night's guest, I have Gene Tewksbury, and we're going to talk about the ghost cats of the eastern part of the United States. So it's going to be interesting. That starts at 8:10 to 10:10 p.m.
It's weird you say that because last night in the chat room, the girls were talking about, invisible creatures bumping into and or jumping on the bed.
Yep.
And then licking itself. I was like, I have that too. Like my ghost kitties come and visit me sometimes at night, and I don't know which one is which, just because I can tell by the way the weight of the ghost spirit hits the bed. I don't know if that makes sense, but what a weird coincidence, dude. Awesome.
Yeah, so it's like pretty cool. And then you can catch Jay on Friday nights with Jeffrey Pritchett of Church of Mavis. Then you got Jay on with Joe Montaldo on UFO Undercover Wednesday nights. And of course, News on the Flip Side and chat. And don't forget, right after our show, right over our show tonight, you're gonna have Don't Whistle at Night with Dawn and Darren Yazzie. Their podcast comes on night, and they're very good friends of mine. I don't know what they're talking about. Heidi would know.
Oh, I thought you said.
No, their chat is on right after ours tonight.
Yeah. Let me see what they're talking about so we can give them a proper plug. What's their show called? Don't Whistle at Night, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't whistle at night. Don't whistle at... Oh, there it is. It's on tonight at 10:10. Let's see. Off-Road X-Files, Sasquatch with Jimmy Toongate. Ooh. Bigfoot. If you don't know, people, Bigfoot is real. It's human. It's human-like. It's more human than chimpanzees or even gorillas. If you had the luck to see one?
What's that?
Sean.
What?
Bigfoot, have you seen one?
No, not at all. I heard one knocking. I heard a knock.
You heard a knock. You didn't get to see him though.
No.
That's too bad. It'll make all the hairs on the back of your neck turn straight endwise, and then you'll feel like a cold chill start at your ankles and go all the way up to your ears. Especially after they yell at you. Woo! I'll tell you what, man, that was the most wildest thing. I will never.
Heidi is back.
Never forget that face. Never.
Heidi is back. She's back, kinda, maybe. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like there's a lot of glitching going on. Okay, hold on. Carrie goes, have you guys seen the Bigfoot map projected website? Pretty cool. It pinpoints reportings of sightings. Well, Carrie, do you know that Pennsylvania is in the top 5 of Bigfoot sightings? Yes, ma'am.
Ohio's got a lot too.
Yeah.
Maybe not have seen that specific map, Carrie, but I've seen over the years many maps of Bigfoot sightings, like pinpoints, like little white dots, like the map we have there, all over the East and West Coast. And we have a guy, Joe has a guy on the network here. I don't know. He's not on the network, but he's one of Joe's contacts that he's mapped UFO activity in the same way over the United States, reported UFO sightings. And if you find almost in every case, they're very, very close. The concentration levels are virtually, you could say it's identical. It's not like every pinpoint is on top of every pinpoint, Bigfoot to UFO, but you'll get the gist that these two phenomenon, the UFOs, their activity is near human activity. Bigfoot's activity is near human activity. So the UFOs are interested in both. and the Bigfoots are only mildly interested in us because of our technology. But that for the most part, they stay, at fear's length. They do not want to interact on any kind of social level with humans at this point.
Joe Fox wants to know, Doomsday, what state was your encounter?
Ohio, Boardman, Ohio, just west of Youngstown. I think it's actually west and south, but it's only minutes away. My cousins and my uncles and grandparents all lived in that area, and some of my cousins still do.
Hey, you got it up. Iranian gunboats fire on tanker and strait.
Yeah. And I would just leave it up for the graphic, just because we were talking about the region, and it's just, just look at how small. Hey, Google, what is the most narrowest part of the Strait of Hormuz?
The narrowest part of the Strait of Hormuz is about 21 to 24 miles wide, which is around 34 to 39 kilometers.
Yeah, so hey Google, stop. If you sink about maybe 10 vessels, you could certainly plug that waterway for.
But what are they gonna sink them with?
We've just discussed that. They have those boats they can fill with high explosives. They could put some fire shoulder rockets on those boats and fire 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 of them at one boat. They have a lot. They've been consolidating and collecting arms and weaponry for 47 years.
Then why haven't they done it yet? Why didn't they do it the other day?
They're testing the waters. You just wait. They're testing the waters.
I'm telling you, there's not going to be no tankers sunk in the Hormuz. That's what my point is. There's not going to be.
Whether they sink them or not, I think it's going to become enough of a pain in the ass that eventually Trump's going to be that's enough, and he's going to end the ceasefire with
all them tankers. All them tankers are coming over to America, the Gulf of America.
Not all of them. Some of them are cargo that are going to other places. We don't get a lot of cargo.
A lot of them, Jay. A lot of them are going over to Louisiana and Texas to fill up on the oil.
The empty tankers are, yes, but all the other stuff, the cargo is going elsewhere. Out of that, when that strait is working 100%, we import maybe, I think, a little bit less than 2% of product out of that, and all of that product is dry product, whether it's dry goods, food, rice, beans, etc., spices, and fabric. That's about it. Maybe some paper products. India and Pakistan actually make, those composition books you had in high school. They're kind of like zebra colored, black and white marble. Yeah. They print those in India and Pakistan now. And you know how I know that? Because that's what we have at the warehouse from Amazon. Those kind of cases from Pakistan are composition books. And then their towels, their robes. The worst boxes, all of their boxes are, first of all, crap cardboard. It's really weak cardboard. It smells bad. It cracks. It pops. It makes holes easily. It's vegetable dyed. So after like a day or two in a dark warehouse, it starts moldy and smell mildewy. And we're importing that garbage into our country just for, cheap towels and robes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, the cardboard... The cardboard, Sean, is so bad that you can't, even tape won't stick to it. It's glue phobic.
Huh.
Yeah. Most of the cardboard, and even if you go into because their boxes are made in China, if you go to, and I won't say the actual name of it, but there are only like 3. You go to any of the big box stores and buy cardboard boxes like you're moving, get double the amount of tape you think you're going to need, because those boxes, the tape will, as soon as you're done putting it down, 5 minutes later, you come back, it's all curled off of it. It's all glue phobic. Every single piece of cardboard we have in the country is worthless.
Why don't we make our own?
Because it's cheaper to import it across the ocean. I don't know how the hell that is. That China makes it so it's, and go to any of the home improvement stores. Go to any of the Walmart type stores. Your warehouse type things like Sam's Clubs and Costco clubs. and just don't even buy it. Just go up and grab a shipping box, a packing box, so like pack your clothes in and smell it. It smells like chemicals. It smells nasty.
Oh, she's cute. Heidi's cute. She goes, it's freaking 2026. Why isn't there a Band-Aid that actually sticks? Heidi, here's what you need to get. I am a meat cutter, okay? And I have cut my fingers like 20, 30 times already. There's a Band-Aid out there that is blue. It's blue.
Electrical tape.
No electrical tape. It's a regular Band-Aid. And there is electrical tape, but it's a blue Band-Aid. And these things, once they stick to your skin, I'm telling you, it's like glue, man. Like glue. They will not come up. Jay said electrical tape. Yeah. I cut my finger at work. I just wrap it up with 4 or 5 of those blue Band-Aids and put it.
Electrical tape is good because what you do is you have to put like some sort of cotton on the wound, but you go around once or twice, and then once it's back onto itself, you just let it glue to itself.
And also, Heidi, they have glue. A lot of hospitals use Gorilla Glue. Yes, blue Band-Aid.
But it's a type of glue, yes.
Yeah. Blue Band-Aids.
Usually used for large wounds like knife wounds and surgical scars. Like if you had your kidney removed, they would use the glue and staples on that.
Yeah. Oh man, let me hide that contact. Okay, yeah, they're blue Band-Aids, Heidi. Honest to God, and they stick like glue. They are good. That's what we use. I won't use anything else.
Look it up while we're sitting there.
I forget what they're called, but they are good.
Metal detectable bandages. That's what it says. 10 best band-aids of 2026. Ding. Best choice, number 1, Hourmed. Flexible bandages, 9.9. Thrive, never heard of. Band-Aid. These flexible ones are pretty good too. When I have
they're
a finger
good.
wound,
They're good.
These are good especially when you have like Sean, you use your hands for cutting. I use my hands for picking, grabbing boxes and manipulating things. So they'll stay on good. You have to change them frequently because they get dirty in a warehouse. Wow, the rest is all Band-Aid. Look at that. Got no blue ones. Band-Aid kind of. Wow. There you have it, Band-Aid. Not bad. I did see a blue one on here though. Let me go back. Is this the one you're talking about? This blue one
those are it right there. Those are it.
Metal detectable bandages. Instantly visible if dropped or lost. Okay. Yeah, so you use it in case it falls into like the shrimp salad. That way you can find it.
Basically, but they stick like glue, man.
Yeah. Highly visible, stretchable, blue metal detectable, flexible fabric. Oh, you know what you do? Oh my God. Thank you, Sean. You know what I'm going to do with that? How much of those damn things here? Let's go and take a look at that. Where are we? Share. How much are these? Oh, that looks like, where's that coming from? That's Uline. That's Uline, isn't it? It is. Yeah, it's you. I love Uline. Thank you, Sean. Let's see,
Heidi,
$7 for
Heidi,
2 boxes.
This is the one that you need right here, Heidi. This is the one you need. Bring it down. Bring the picture down.
It sold at Uline. You have to buy 2 boxes at minimum, and so you're going to spend $14 for 2 boxes. But Sean, thank you. You know why I thank you for this?
Why?
I'm going to go to the airport, and I'm going to sit there and wait for people to walk by, and I'm going to put one on my hand. I'm going to pet them and say, "Hey, buddy, how you doing?" I'm going to put those Band-Aids on people so they'll all set off the goddamn metal detector. It'll slow up DHS so fast. Nothing they can do about that. Take one and slip it in someone's pocket. you know, like a reverse pickpocket kind of deal, I can do that. That's, you know, you don't even have to stick it to them. Get it in their pocket, you know, as they go by, stick it on their carry-on luggage.
That's
If they
bad,
have a
Jack.
jacket folded up when they're not looking, put it on the jacket somewhere. This is an awesome thing, Sean, because that if it's metal detectable, it will set off the metal detectors at the airport.
Who knows that it works on my fingers?
Now, do you have a metal detector?
You're
where to
welcome.
find them?
What's that? No, they're right on our shelves. We go grab it right off the shelf.
No, I mean, do you have a metal detector at work to like find them if they fall off your finger into like the food?
No.
Which is why they're metallic.
No, not at
Oh,
all.
okay. Kind of defeats the purpose.
No, because you usually put a freaking glove on top of them.
Yeah. One would think. So you don't feel worried about this Strait of Hormuz business, huh?
No, I don't.
Wow,
I don't.
okay.
I ain't worried at all. I am so laid back on it. Seriously, I mean, it's like
I have a feeling though that it's gonna come to blows eventually. I think they're gonna keep on stalling like this, and stalling, and you know, I think Trump's already had enough of it already. I think he's ready to like just pull back and drop the bombs.
If he does, he does. I mean,
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to say anything mentioned like that. If they, I mean, of course, all the libtard media is going to try to ask him, you know, when are you going to drop the bombs? Yeah, like I'm going to tell you, dummy, tomorrow at 5:00. You know, why would anyone answer that? When are we going to start, you know, offensive actions? You know, Jesus, who's stupid enough to ask that question? Why would you be a reporter and ask something that inappropriately stupid?
because they're CNN.
And they're
That's
NBC and yeah.
Yeah, they're dumb. They're just dumb. No common sense. They went to college to do what they're doing.
But maybe I don't know.
no
Maybe it's the
common
producer's
sense.
fault. Maybe it doesn't fall on the reporter in front of the camera. Maybe it falls on the producer behind the camera, handing them these statements and or questions.
I seriously doubt that.
It's one or the other. It
Seriously.
can't be both. You know, someone's putting it up there,
How do
so
you
it's
know?
either the.
How do you know?
Well, because I know how the news works. There's 3 people there usually. Sometimes in extreme positions, usually 2, the cameraman and the reporter. Sometimes in even more extreme, it's just the reporter and his camera. But if there's a producer on site, the producer has the script. The producer says it's basically the same as the director. The producer says, "Say this, say that. Don't say this, don't say that. Say it like this, don't say it like that." It almost. And
you think,
this is like, especially when they're doing a live, they'll actually practice until they get to their their live segment. So the guy doesn't come on and be like, well, we're at the where are we at? I forgot. So they do practice if they're, unless it's like, again, like I said, like a spur of the moment kind of thing, and that's they send the experienced reporters for that. But the on the street guy, he's got usually a producer handing him what to say almost every time, and that's either coming from their media producer at the studio, or if they're corporate news, NBC, CBS, CNN, what they're being told to look for in the streets is coming from someone even higher.
I don't believe that.
Trust me, I've worked in the business. That's how it works. It's 100% how the electronic
So
news
you're
gathering
telling me
business works.
You're telling me the producer, whenever they're in the White House press secretary and Caroline Leavitt, I mean, God bless her soul, and
No,
their
you
producer,
won't find
the
you won't find a producer in
listen,
that
the
situation. That's just the
why
report.
not?
Just the reporters are there. The news producers are out in the field with the field reporters.
Those,
like the
I'm
guys
not
at
talking
the
about
hurricanes.
them. I'm talking the ones that actually, the chick from CNN, she's always going where Trump's going. She's allowed to go on the
She's a
plane.
reporter though, not a producer. There's a difference.
I know, but there's no producer there. I'm just.
No, in
what
the
I'm
White House
saying
there
is,
isn't. No, they don't. No,
why-
the producers
why
are there
would-
only
why
when they're
would a
when they're
reporter-
doing a live field feed, or they're gathering a live a tape report to produce and edit later for like the later news. That's when the producers are in with the news gathering. And again, like I said, they'll usually have the script for that segment or questions to ask, whether they're asking a guest that they're going to talk about or talk to, or they're just going to ask people on the street, like the man on the street kind of thing, or exit poll kind of idea. They're given a stack of questions to ask, specific questions. They don't just ask off the fly like some of the more advanced reporters do.
And that's who I was talking about.
Yeah, talking about news and politics is kind of stressful.
Yeah, Carrie says, Jay, you sound stressed. Hakuna, what?
Hakuna Matata. It's from the first Lion King movie. Well, the second version of the White Lion, that is.
But no, I don't know. I'm getting a headache.
Yeah, this whole Iran thing is giving everybody a headache. I mean, just think what would the world be like, Sean, if this had been taken care of in 1979, 1980 when they first took over the country?
Peace on earth.
Two towers would be still standing. There'd be, I don't know, for at least American citizens, what? Let's just round it up to a generous 25,000, 30,000 people would still be alive.
Yeah. But everything happens for a reason, Jay. There's no such thing as coincidences. Look what happened back in Vietnam.
I do think there is a thing called synchronicities where the coincidence is so much of a coincidence that no longer is it a coincidence. It is.
Well, look what the government did to the boys in Vietnam, taking all them 18, 19, 20-year-olds, going over to Nam and killing them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then dropping those chemicals on them, different various chemicals, particularly Agent Orange for one.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the average age of a soldier in Vietnam that was drafted, they didn't come voluntarily; they were drafted. The average age of that person was 19 years old. The average age of the fighter and the men, and most of these went voluntarily, but although some were also drafted for World War II, the average age was 21. Think about that. 2 years makes a huge difference. It really actually does.
Carrie says, I like what Carrie has to say. Yeah, there was a strategical delay why this has played out for so long. It angers me too, but anger makes a person tired, and that's true.
Yeah.
So that's why I do not watch any news. I used to watch Fox News. I used to watch Levin. And then all of a sudden, Tucker and Megyn Kelly and Alex Jones, and they're all going on Trump, and I'm thinking
they all have TDS. Yeah, it is getting annoying as shit.
It is that shit is, because they back Trump up 100%, and then I guess
it's even getting, the TDS is even getting annoying with people I know in real life, and and Facebook friends who I've not met in real life, but I interact with frequently. It's just getting to the point where it's like, look, if you don't really like Trump that much, leave. I mean, get out of the country. What do you? There's nothing you know what happened. He leaves the office.
Have you seen the chick out there that moved to Canada with her significant other because they wanted to get away from Trump? She did not get a house. She did not get a job. They would not hire her. She is totally broke, and she wants to come back to the United States.
Did she denounce her citizenship?
I don't know.
If she denounced her citizenship, she's fucked. She has to go through immigration. You can't just go, oh, change my mind. You don't work for an intelligence agency. You're not Lee Harvey Oswald. You weren't sent to Russia on a mission and then brought back all Sneaky Pete the way they did. That doesn't happen in Happyville.
Well, look what Ellen DeGeneres, man. She was over in England and she came back to the States.
Rosie O'Donnell was in Ireland. She's back in the States.
Yeah, they were going to kick her out. They wanted.
You know why they're back in the States, Sean?
The Epstein files.
No,
that's what I think. Why? Why are they back?
Because they know war is about to erupt and Europe's going to get pummeled.
Well,
that's why they came back. They feel safe as long as there's no war in England and Ireland. But as soon as they think there's a threat of war, which there seems to be increasingly, they're back in America, hiding behind our military.
I know the Irish didn't want Rosie O'Donnell in Ireland.
There's nothing they can do about it because she didn't immigrate. She just got I guess something similar to a permanent residency.
Yeah, but still,
I mean, I'm with you. If you've left, especially this woman, I'm sorry, if you've denounced, if she immigrated to Canada and then all this happened, I can understand that happening. If she's still a U.S. citizen, well, come on back. You're going to have to apply for welfare. Sorry.
Sarah doesn't watch news either. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't watch it for years either. My dad watched it all the goddamn time. He watched Fox News 24/7, and I was like, I always asked him, like, Dad, how can you watch this? You see the same stories every hour. They just repeat. It's a different. If you watch Fox News Live, you'll see the same talking head, the same reporter for 4 hours, and every hour is a reset. They'll go back to the headline news, the first, which is. Let's say that it's like a radio, but for video. Then let's say this DJ radio video guy gets on at 10 o'clock in the morning. He'll do story 1, and then he'll go to 11 o'clock in the morning. He'll go back to story 1, and he'll go all the way to story blast. And all 4 hours he's on, he does that same format. Every hour he starts and resets. The middles may be a little different. They may have different, what they call posh pieces and human interest stories that might be different in the middles in between, but the first half hour is going to be always identical. And then I could never understand why. The only good thing about it is I can focus on something else. I can paint a Bob Ross painting like I have on the wall there, nice little ocean view. I can paint and listen to it, and then every hour I hear the same story over and over again, and then without having really paid attention to it, I can walk away from it, and I've been informed with the news. The constant repetitive, it pushes it into your permanent memory. You know what I mean? It's like reading the same chapter 3 or 4 times before you have to go talk about it in English class in school the next day.
Right.
It remains fresh. You know what I mean?
The worst newscaster out there is David Muir. I hate that.
David Muir, ABC, does suck. He is horrible.
He does. He is like
but you may find it, depending on the locality, like the local ABC guys might be okay, but the national ABC,
David Muir at 6:30, he's just the biggest. I do not like him. I do not like him at all. He is an ass.
He's an ass.
And the shit that happens around the world or here in the United States that is good for America, he doesn't.
Hey, Kevin, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming on.
He's always looking at the bad. You know
what sucks, John, about news? We don't have the Tom Brokaws and the David Brinkleys and
no, we don't. And you're right. You are so.
One of the last ones is Britt Hume. He's on Fox now. Britt Hume, that fellow got the deep voice. I think he's from that same regional area. It's not region, but that same time era. Of the Brinkley and the Walter Cronkite types,
Yeah, no, I agree with you, 100. That's when
Did you ever hear or listen to a guy? My father listened to, and I hated when I missed the bus because I knew riding the bus was more fun because there was no radio. But riding with my dad on his way to work, because he had to go by my school on his way to work every day, so he would drop me off when I'd miss the bus, which was frequent. But he listened to Paul Harvey. Did you ever listen to him?
No.
This is Paul Harvey. Good day. Yeah, it was like a monotone talk radio, just an AM. He was on AM radio, like 6:30 AM radio news, and I think it's CBS News in Washington D.C. area, 6:30, and I think the station's still out there. But he did that till he died. Then his son Paul Harvey Jr. did it, and that show ended like this. This is Paul Harvey Jr. Good day.
I love Heidi. Heidi goes.
They sounded the same.
Heidi said, and when the weather lady freaks out about her house in the path of a tornado, that makes the news all about her. And then she switches channels quick.
Yeah, and then that same lady goes and tries to sue the the company that built her house for building it in the path of a tornado. You can't predict that kind of stuff. Those are just insane people.
No, I miss the old time news people, man. They were
Yeah,
legit.
Paul Harvey.
You know what I liked about them? What I liked about them was
What?
they didn't take a side. They did not. They spoke
No,
the
and
news.
that's what
and
then
told-
Johnny Carson did that, and what's his face, that asshole, Kimmy Jimmel, that non-funny comedian. I mean, the only thing that's funny about him is that he's just so pathetic to watch on TV. You can just laugh at his patheticness. Yeah, Paul Harvey, radio station. He was awesome. But yeah, Kimmel is the same way. He is not funny. He's a crybaby. He claims that he does exactly what Carson does. No, you don't. You've picked a side. Carson never once picked a side. A lot of times he didn't get both sides, but he offered and always had, open invitation when there was a presidential election, both or all three or all eight, however many candidates were actually going to go to this, this fight, they would be on his show. Some would be on 5 minutes, 3 minutes, but they wouldn't always get any. Equal time came around later, but yeah, they were always on there.
Uh-huh.
And
But
David
I think-
Letterman has turned into be an asshole too, towards the end. He's picked a side as well.
David Letterman was good. No, he was good. I enjoyed
He
him.
isn't now. He's picked a side now. He's on one
Jay
side.
Leno was great. I love Jay Leno. Now
I
that
couldn't stand
they
Jay Leno. He is not funny. He's
Oh my
he's the
God.
only guy I know that blasted every one of his own jokes.
yeah, Colbert's
Gary,
gone
they
and,
still play Casey Kasem on
Mhm.
my station. If you have Google or Alexa, you can ask it to play 106.9 The Eagle in Hagerstown, Maryland, and that every Sunday they do Casey Kasem's Top 40, the whole show, as a repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
don't
old
know.
days, Sean. We had fair reporting. We had watch the news was censored. You can't say anything. They didn't show. You can't say certain words. You can't show boobies. You can't show X-rated things. But it was better because it was it was fair. They told the truth, and you could believe what most radios and TVs were saying to you.
Right.
Joe Fox, did you know that Casey Kasem was also
No.
the voice of Shaggy? Shaggy Rogers on Scooby-Doo. Zoinks! That's Casey Kasem. Hey, Scoob!
I did not know that.
Yeah. He is famous. And now it's Matthew Lillard. Matthew Lillard does it for the new cartoons. See? Now, Joe Fox, I knew you would know that, Joe.
Oh my God. We're getting about 15 minutes left of the show, dude.
Yeah, we've hit everything. We haven't really talked about Israel and Hezbollah and Lebanon.
I'm tired of
let
all
me
that
check
crap.
it.
You know what? I'm done with the Middle East now. I'm done.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
been
got one-
how many years have we been talking about it? I mean, not just us,
right.
but every news.
I'm just done with the Middle East and all that shit for tonight.
Well, what do
That's
you want to talk about then? Let's get something
First
good
of all,
going for the last
please,
15.
please take that picture off the screen.
Whoop.
Please. Thank you. Let's talk about your beef fried rice recipe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get that up here. I kind of like just Googled it off of the internet, and then I kind of tweaked it myself. I worked in a Japanese restaurant for a while, and that's kind of a funny story how that I found out they got closed. But
You don't do your own recipe, Jay?
I did. This is my own recipe. Yeah, I tweaked it. I just got the recipe off the internet, and then I put my own tweak on it after I cooked it a few times. I cooked the recipe originally the way it was as it was written, but I was like, I don't like it. And then I'll get into it. I'll put it up on the screen here. Like, which screen is it? Oh, I already got one up there, so I can do. Oh no, I have to change. Let's get rid of that. Oh, they changed the buttons again. God damn it, StreamYard. I just got used to the old new ones again. Yeah. Share screen. Share window. Here we go. Oh, beef fried rice. The only thing that sucks about this is it's in a different program. It's not on the browser, so I have to go back and forth to it. But where is it? There it is. Get bigger. Click. Beef fried rice. So those are the ingredients. Because everybody, can you see that very well? Should I bring it? Should I make it 100%?
Yeah, make it 100% so we all can see it.
That's 110. Can you see now?
A little bit, yeah. There you go.
150. All right, 150. All right, so beef fried rice. Ingredients. Beef, approximately a third of a pound. You know, I found it, depending on how thin you cut it, like one steak will do it. So, you know, you can get, I got a pound the last time. So it really depends on how thin you cut it or how fat you cut it. One large onion diced or cubed. Frozen peas and cubed carrots. You can get those in almost any frozen area of the grocery store. 2 cups of rice, white, steamed. Now, the best rice for that is you go to the grocery stores, look for elephants. Look on the bag. Go to the international section. Look at the rice there. Don't go to the regular rice section. Go to the other rice section. You might
I personally like jasmine rice.
You can get jasmine rice, but just look, whatever brand you get, jasmine rice or you get what's the other one that people like, sushi rice. Either one works fine. Just make sure that there's a picture of elephants, a silhouette of elephants on the packaging that you purchase. I've been told that the elephants is the better grade of grain of rice in that bag. So just as a just a tip. You get in the same aisle, the international aisle, you get a small bottle of sesame oil. You'll need 1 teaspoon. It's actually less than a teaspoon. It's a very powerful oil. You might have to go to the internet and get seasoned wok oil, but I can get it sometimes at my stores. Or go to a Chinese Asian market. You'll find it for sure. 1 to 2 tablespoons of regular oil. I use peanut. You can use whatever you like. And then you need some soy sauce, your favorite brand. Scrambled eggs are optional. This is where I talk about that. This is where I tweaked it. I don't like eggs in my beef fried rice because if you make a big batch, the next day over, the eggs kind of get slimy as you leave it overnight in the refrigerator, and I don't like that. It leaves a nasty texture all over the rice and the beef, and it's just gross. So what I recommend, if you don't like that, but you do like the eggs, just scramble your eggs separate, and then you add just like a teaspoon or 2 to each bowl, and as you reheat it or whatever, put it on the wok and mix it into your thing. That way it won't spoil your overnight leftovers. Salt, pepper to taste. And then here's the preparation part. We'll get this a little bit better up in the top of the screen. There we go. So you're going to cut approximately that entire pound of beef, 1/3 a pound, whatever, up to 1 inch long, maybe about 1/4 inch wide, 1/2 inch wide, little bite-sized pieces and squares and rectangles. If you've ever had, beef fried rice, you know what it looks like. Put that in a large Ziploc bag with 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, salt, and pepper, and shake vigorously. You can also salt and pepper the steak before you cut it. What I recommend is and Sean will agree with me on this, pat the side of your pepper and salt with a paper towel, and then hit it with salt and pepper. Flip it, do the same thing. Hit it with a dry paper towel, rub it, get the oils off it, and then hit it with salt and pepper. Then you cut it up. Put it in the bag, soy sauce, 2 tablespoons. Before you're doing all this, you might want to start your steam ricer. If you have a rice steamer, put 2 cups worth in or more if you want to make a huge batch, and have that going. In your rice steamer, you're going to fill the bottom with your peas and carrots that are frozen, and then 2 cups of rice. And then once the water's in, you're going to stir it so everything mixes up pretty good. And then again, we talked about the different types of rice: sushi, Thai, jasmine rice is good. I like jasmine rice. I'm with Sean on that one. Get your rice steamed. While the rice is going, chop the onion into little, bite-sized, little tiny cubes, just like on a burger. Rice takes about 10 to 15 minutes to steam. So you got time to cook your meat or cut your meat and vegetables. If you add any other vegetables, you can. You can also add things like chestnuts, water chestnuts, and bamboo.
The
Bamboo
hell
shoots or
happened to your?
something. So once your rice is finished, you let it set. I usually let it set for about 10 minutes so it gets all nice and warm all throughout. So otherwise, if you don't, sometimes the last 2 times I did it, I didn't wait. I scooped it right out, and it was still kind of al dente, kind of crunchy. So beware of that. You ever had that problem? Getting crunchy rice? It's not good.
No, not at all, man. No, not at all.
It's I've done it a couple times. It's not good. But so once the rice is finished, you get in your wok. You're gonna add a teaspoon of the sesame oil, a teaspoon of the wok oil, and 2 tablespoons of regular oil. Once that's heated up, you throw your raw onions in there and any other vegetables you might be throwing in. I wouldn't throw in things like water chestnuts and bamboo shoots until the very end because they'll cook very fast. They don't need to cook a lot. They just need some warmth on them. Where are we at? So
this is how you cook it.
Yeah, this is how you cook. You start once the oil is warmed up, you throw your raw onions in there and you cook them till they're clarified. Clarified means they're no longer white. If you're using white onions, they're no longer red. They lose their color a little bit. They're almost
translucent. It's called translucent.
Thank you. Almost translucent. That's when you throw in the meat. You get some tongs and leave the meat in the bag. You don't use it all, and throw a couple of, you're going to put in probably, I'd say about a cup's worth of rice, 2 cups worth of rice for each batch of meat you throw in there. So the more rice you have, the better. Once the meat is browned, then you toss in your rice. And you want to turn the heat down a little also when you throw the rice in because it can tend to burn and stick to the oil. And quickly before that happens, you want to get 2 tablespoons of the soy sauce on the rice and mix the now cooked and browned meat with the rice and keep stirring. The rice will start off looking kind of blackish. Keep going till it's like caramel brown. And then you can taste test it while it goes. And then if it doesn't go caramel brown and there's still too much white, throw it, a half a tablespoon or a tablespoon, or just eyeball it, splash it in from the bottle until you get the color you like on your rice, and then scoop it out to the bowl and do your next batch. It's quick. I mean, it tastes like I'd say 5 minutes to do each batch. It's not long at all.
Well, as long as you like it, right?
I make it if I do my whole steamer, I think it's a 6-quart steamer. So I put in I make 3 batches that fill up a huge like Tupperware bowl, and it as long as I keep eating it, it lasts 4 or 5 days. If I forget, in 3 or 4 days, it'll mold over. But if you keep eating on it, you can. Oop, wrong one. That's the one I want to remove. That guy. If you keep eating on it, it doesn't go bad on you.
Right. But we got about 4 minutes left, Jay.
Yeah, and I'm hitting all the wrong buttons everywhere.
Thank you, everybody, for watching the show tonight. I wonder if you all enjoyed me and Jay quarreling. We do it all the time. that's
Joe,
what we do.
Sean, do you have Joe's email?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, iCard.net. iCard.com.
No, Joe Fox. Joe Fox in the chat room.
I don't have his email, no.
Ow, kitty cat. Bear claws. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Thank you, Kara.
Joe, I can email you that recipe if you want it.
Yeah. I don't know, but listen, everybody, thank you again for watching the show tonight. Jay, thank you for hosting it, me co-hosting it. Don't forget my show Into the Night will be on tomorrow night, Sunday, 8:10 to 10:10 p.m. with Gene Tewksbury. Tuesday night, I don't know what type of show I'm going to have then. Jay's got a show coming up Wednesday on News on the UFO Undercover with Chuck.
Undercover.
So, and anyway, so if you're not busy during the week or even after tonight, don't forget tonight, right after this show, we got Don't Whistle at Night with Dawn and Darren Yazzie.
Talking
They're
about
going to be on.
Sasquatches.
And let's see. And if you're bored all week and you have nothing to do and you don't watch the dumbass news out there, you know, you can always pop on to UPRN Talk Radio. And you can listen to any type of show that you would like to talk about, that you want to hear about. All good hosts and all good different things that they bring to the table. So on that note, everybody, good night.
Good night. Thanks for seeing us.
Yeah, good night, guys. And